Again, we're in the IHOP of the HMS Lollipop, the starship of Solar Warden, and we're on the Bob. So let's kick it. How you guys doing? How are you? Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I'm just, being happy to see you. Still good, still fine, wherever I hop it in onto the internet, I will, and say, hey, I'm doing okay. And the last 2 days have been quite nice. I have Thursday. My eyes were worked on, and then I gave my optic nerves a rest and just kick back. And my friends for Friday and Saturday. I really didn't go anywhere. Rested me, rested everything, and I did a little general cooking and puttering. But otherwise, it was all good. So now I'm back on the bop, and um, I hope you're all well. Um, I want to say greetings. I am your shamanic griot, Sensei Al Bob. I'm here to tell you a story that don't believe, but it might give you a little assistance on, finding some meaning to life or not. You know, Mommy and Daddy, I say that you should search the little kids out. They were, but this is for people over 18, right? Really, we don't use any profanity unless it slips out. Because my grandma always said that you didn't need to use those words, but sometimes you couldn't give a clearer point of view than to say, "What a fracking moron." So, if I really have to go into a cohort, that I basically say "moo cow," right? So these were things, little tricks taught to me by my grandma. Hey, Twitch. Mm. Yep, it's about almost 3 here. And like I said, I took it easy the last because we had rain, so I didn't see any reason to ride around. Today it's sunny up there, so I'm going on to my next couch. Um, mm. So now it's 3 hours and 20 seconds. Oh, 3 minutes, excuse me, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And this little series is 14 months and counting, right? When December rolls around, how's it been? Been good. Like I said, the last 2 days, man. I had it's afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon, Twitch. It's like 2:52 here. But time is very flexible. So anyway, has anyone of the two of you had any experiences of time fluctuation, like missing time, or you're just living in a total bubble of deja vu? But that's even more fun, right? I had a really interesting loss. I had a friend of mine. There's a town called Flag Pond, right? And it's kind of a view of North Carolina and back towards West Virginia, across Tennessee, and it's way on top of right. So I bought a little chunk of property, and I got scammed because actually the bank owned it. So the guy who I bought it from, he basically, I bought it for like 9 grand, and I gave him $400, right? in cash and another 400 in a check. And we signed a little document saying such. And he had friends, so you know, he had these guys come up with their bulldozers and make roads and pads to put, you know, a little shack and double wide. And he basically sold me his brother anyway sold me a double wide for like $300. So I was got the spring going, got the utility guys to put the power in my name. These are all ways you can make sure that you can stay there. And then I had a friend of mine, my friend Anytime, and we used to bum around. We used to, you know, do little missions, right? And if you go to same as it ever was on my Griot Publishing and read that, and the whatchamacallit, the crow, the old crow, not the crone, uh, but her compadre, the old crow, was Anytime. That was his personality. So, and he was a pretty good carpenter, and he had nice tools. So, he had the good battery stuff. So we'd travel there, and it was really a beautiful place, and the sky was amazing, and the view was amazing. And I had it for about a year, and we had gone maybe 15 times there in the spring, summer, a little bit of the fall, and then the spring, summer of the next year, right? And there was a guy down in the town, Black Palm, which was just a road, and his gas station. But he was Italian from New York, and he made Italian pizza, and he had really good espresso coffee. And he made these morning, because he had an oven, these really amazing, cinnamon rolls that he got the recipe from some mountain old lady. And so he was doing fine because he was just kind of off the 26 interstate, but it was like there. And so, he put his own little, best coffee in this part of the world and cinnamon buns and New York pizza, and he was like better, like 7th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York pizza. And so, like if you like Ray's, you'll love this. So he did pretty good. And I would go down there every morning, and I would get a pizza box full of these cinnamon things, and he'd have a little tub of fresh butter he had this old lady make with honey. It was just so soft and yummy and sweet. And those cinnamon buns and a big thermos of, espresso. And that was our morning, right? Maybe the fire was still warm enough. We'd throw my cast iron in there and throw some eggs. But otherwise, that was it until it was lunchtime, and we'd roll down the hill. And he would make us salads and pastas, but mostly that amazing pizza. Anyway, so I'm working. One morning I go down, and I see a guy with his truck, and he's got, I don't know, 155-gallon drums on a brand new flat trailer. And it's a big long one, and he's got a bunch of these 55-gallon drums, and he's got a backhoe, right? And so I'm coming down my hill, and from where I'm at, I can see him. I mean, I'm way on top of the crow's nest. So I'm looking down up this cliff at this guy coming up the paved road of the county. And so he's going all the way up to the top where there's a spring, and everyone's got their drinking water coming from there. But there is a Forest Service road that goes there, and then it keeps going up almost a little bit below me, but way over on the next holler. Not in my holler, but over there. And I get out my little glasses, and I watch this guy scrape the earth and move these 55-gallon drums into the hole, and then he kind of scrapes it closed and pulls down a couple of trees on it. And unless you're way up in the air, you can't see what he was doing. But I knew what those drums were. They came from the nuclear fuel plant, and they have really nasty waste. And to get rid of it legally is very expensive. So they had, I've heard the rumor that there were guys like him. Anyway, so I kind of finished coming down the hill and kind of crossed the road. And I knew this guy, so he's coming down, and he stops right in front of me. And he goes, "What's wrong? Your car broken down now?" He goes, No. I said, I'm just looking at you. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, well, you got this brand new, you know, super duper Ford, everything, you know, gigantic brand new truck and a brand new extended, you know, trailer and a kind of brand new backhoe. I never knew you had a backhoe. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. No, so he's got like maybe 60, 70 grand worth of stuff right there. And I said, I saw you digging the hole. I could see it from my place up above. And you were putting 55-gallon drums. So that's like stuff from the plant, right? And he goes, hubbada, 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 you know, like Ralph Cramden in The Honeymooners. And I said, you know, I'm not going to really, but, you know, your grandma lives up there. You know, everyone, you know, why didn't you put it off? He says, well, I knew no one would look where I put it. I said, yeah, but you probably destroyed, you know, 3 counties drinking water, you know, and like in about 100 years, you know, people are going to be looking like frogs. And he goes, well, I'll be dead. I said, they must have given you a lot of money. He goes, yeah, do you want some? I said, no, no, no. And I basically went down and got cinnamon rolls and a big thermos of stuff. And I basically got my friend and explained him the story and said, well, we can't use the spring and we can't do this, and we can't do that. We're just far enough where we're not going to get, but I want to like, you know, not do anything more, you know, and just sell out. And so I tried to sell it, and that's when I realized I didn't really buy it. And then I had a pretty good lawyer, and he kind of started to screw around with that guy. So I got to be on the, you know, the little list. And when he did sell it, you know, which he did pretty quick because the road and the power was up there, and there was a septic. I put a 1,200-gallon septic thing in there, and there was a really nice place to stick, you know, a double, well, a wide, single wide, 1960 something, but it was some pretty good shit. And it was down at the bottom of my little, you know, all they had to do is get a bulldozer and drag it up that hill. I had built the road to do it. Long story long, somebody bought the property. I got whatever was owed me. But nothing else happened. And lots of people over the years got cancer up there and died. And so that's what we got all around us. It's, you know, no place that you can't find this shenanigans going on. And it's time for us to, you know, and that's why Donald Trump is so amazing, because he's showing everyone right to their face what it is, right? So anyway, I have to get on the road before I turn into a punk, and I just want to say I love you guys, twitching, and everything's fine. I mean, all of the, you know, basically I tell good, bad, and ugly stories, right? Because that's life, right? And things were never better than they are now, you know. You make your life better, nobody else. You know, you can't blame anybody but yourself, you know. And I learned that a long time ago. So that's why I get out and do stuff, you know. And I could like like, you know, Friday and Saturday, you know, I had things to do, but it was raining. I said, no, I'm going to be smart. I'm just going to relax, which I did. And it was all good, right? So that's what we need to do with our lives, just make it all good. You know? Help out our brothers. Be there for, you know, all our relations. Anyway, I don't have much more to say except everyone suffers from something, right? So we should all give each other cut a slack, you know. Treat everyone nice, and everyone will treat you nice. It's like Janie Poo, good to see you. So, uh, mm-hmm. I drive in the you know, so I can see. I drive in safe places to go, and I know where my point A and point B and how long it should take. Right? So I'm in pretty good shape. So I love you guys. You take well. Oh, it's 14:57, so somewhere between 15 minutes and 20 minutes. I'll I'll sign off. But if anybody's got something they want to say, this is a good time to say it. Remember, go check me out at my the Dude Awake 42 at Gmail. It'd be nice if it's Christmas time to go visit my uh, PayPal on my Dude Awake 42 at Gmail email site. Ooh, excuse me. My most recent 200-page novel of Same as It Ever Was, Don't Trust a Word I'm Saying. That novel is up there. You can go look at it now at xratted.blogspot.com. Yeah, everything is. I'm a boring guy. Everything is just as it is, right? So that's good too. So, what else? This week should be a nice week, so everyone enjoy. Remember, good thoughts bring out good words, good actions, good activities, good outcomes, right? So it's always good to have good outcomes. Right? So coming from the IHOP and the spaceship HMS Lollipop, of the what do they call it? Our Navy is called something or other. Silent eunuch? No. Hefty duty ovaries? No. Whatever it's called. There's Queen there, I think, or Queen like. Mm. So yes, I am satiated. Just enough coffee. I had a nice omelet here at the IHOP in the belly of the beast of the HMS Lollipop. Solar Warden. That's what our Navy's called. Solar Warden. And Chris Carter, after X-Files, he did this like lost in this space kind of thing. Solar Warden, right? And so he was just telling folks, hey, this is what's going on. And that was middle 90s. And then he did, but just before the millennium, he did the Millennium Show. And that was pretty good. Anyway. The thing about Chris Carter is like he's a great writer, great director, great producer. And he's got some great friends who also do all of that well. And I would say out of 10 shows, 5 were unbelievable, 4 were good, and then the next 2 were okay, and 1 was probably the worst, right, of the 10. But still, it was okay. It's better than anything else kind of showing up. So that's why the X-Files and all those other things he did were. And talking about that, let's have a few more of these. And some, my subscribing thing is going down. It's now, it was 352, and now it's 347. And I keep getting messages from YouTube saying, "Oh, we're going to change everything as of the new year or the 10th of December, whatever." But I keep saying to you, between now and the 10th of December, you guys should start bringing down your top 100, your top 10, your top 5 Al Bob Dreamy Dreamland shows. Right? And put them on thumb drives, CD-ROMs. They're yours. Make sure that they don't get taken away from the human race. Okay, you as the cadre. It's the only task I'm assigning to you. And also, go get yourself a dartboard and throw darts at the board. And whatever 3 numbers can come up, go watch that show. I've been doing that, and there's some really good shows. Also, dice were pretty good to get you 3 numbers. Anyway, here it is, 19 minutes and 52 seconds. So I'm getting close to signing off. So go check everything out. talk to you again the next, at least twice this week sometime. And I'm going to try and talk to people and see how they're doing with the world around them. Give you a little feedback, a little insight, right? Because that's what I'm here for, is your Sensei Al Bob, is to give you a little insight. Okay, there it is, 2020. I love you guys. Stay well, be safe. Always pray for your Sensei Al Bob. I need your prayers. I need your little secret Santas on my PayPal. Whatever you want, I'm here. I love you. I'm always doing my best for you, the best I can. Okay? Okay. Boop, 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 boop.